Good morning, students. Last time we have drawn the graph for the position, that is x versus t graph in the case of simple harmonic motion with phi 0 equal to 0. Right? Just to make you recollect what it was like, this. Right? Math students will realize that this graph is the graph of sine. Right? Okay, so this is what we have, right? So once again, phi 0 equal to 0 means it's telling us that the SHM, it's telling us that the SHM is going to start from the mean position. Okay, it's going to start from the mean position. That's what we are seeing in the graph. So now we are going to practice drawing the graph for other values of phi 0 as well, right? Not at all tough, following a similar procedure. Let's begin. Okay, so suppose instead of phi 0 being 0, let's say phi 0 was pi by 2, that is 90 degrees. So earlier we have talked about this case that when phi 0 is pi by 2, it would mean that the particle starts the SHM from x equal to plus a. Is that clear? That's because if I will put time t as 0 and phi 0 as pi by 2, I am going to get x equal to a. Okay? So this is just a part of recollecting. We have already done this or discussed this earlier. So let's use this to draw the graph, but again it's easier. It is easier to understand what's going on if we will mark out the mean positions, the extreme positions, and then we'll see what's going on. So first of all, at t equal to 0, this is at x equal to a. So that's clear. Right? So let's start drawing the graph now. So here is O, this is x, okay, and here is time. So as usual, let's draw t by 4 interval like we did it last time. Okay, so at x equal to at t equal to 0, the particle is at x equal to plus a, that is at positive extreme. Did you understand? It starts from here. Yes or no? Is this clear? It starts from here. X equal to plus a. Okay then. What next? You know, we figured it out earlier that it will take a time t by 4 to go from E to M. Is that okay? I repeat. It will take a time t by 4 to go from E to M. Okay? Is that clear or not clear? Do you remember that? If you don't believe it, no problem, we can do it with a bit of maths as well. If I will use the equation once again, see I put phi 0 as pi by 2. Now I want to know at what time will particle come here, that is x equal to 0 for the point M. So if I put 0 here, I am going to get 0 equal to a sine omega t plus pi by 2. So that would mean sine omega t plus pi by 2 is 0. Now this is where I was telling you that trigonometry is very important. You see, this equation that we have here, we want to find t, it has more than one solution. So of course, listen to this carefully. Of course, sine 0 is 0. So one possibility for this is that this angle is 0. Did you understand? But there is another possibility also. Math students, I'm sure, will realize this very easily. Even biology students will find it tough. It's that this angle is 180 degree pi, because sin pi is also 0. Is that clear? Is it clear what I have done? And there are more possibilities, but we are not talking about that. We are just talking about first two at the moment. Is this clear what I am saying? Okay, just wait for a second, huh? Just wait for a second. नहीं मेरे बोर्ड में तो नहीं है, इसमें से है, ये चिपक गया,
बंद हो गया।
इसको कैसे?
ये आईपी एड्रेस यही सही चला हुआ है? इसको ओके करो। ये लिखा हुआ है ट्रायल एक्सपायर एंड यू कैन यूज।
Okay, so everyone can see the video clearly now? Yeah, fine. So I was telling you about this one. It's that we have got sine of this angle as 0, then that would mean either this angle is 0 or this angle is pi that is 180 degree. That's because sine pi is also 0, right? That's because sine pi is also 0, right? So there are more such possibilities, but we don't need to worry about all of those at the moment, right? So if you choose this one, you'll see you get something nonsense. Do you realize you get t equal to negative? Yes or no? Because if you put this on that side, minus pi by 2 omega, okay? This is a negative answer. We don't want that. We have started observing from here. Now it's moving towards this side. So time should be positive. So that's why we will reject this. Not possible. Okay, so let's come to this. Here you have omega t plus pi by 2 is pi. So omega t equal to pi minus pi by 2. So that is pi by 2. Now instead of omega, if I write 2 pi by capital T, I get pi and pi cancelled here. So if you simplify this last line, you get t equal to capital T upon 2 into 2, that is nothing but t by 4. Did you understand why I am saying that it will take t by 4 time to go from E to F? Yes or no? Okay, just give me one more minute again. We are having a problem here. Okay, now, yeah. So over here I said that if you solve this equation, you get t as negative, which is not possible, right? We don't want to go towards the past. Over here we solve this equation, so omega t is pi minus pi by 2. We simplify this, okay, and we get t equal to capital T by 4. So I was telling you that what this means is that this particle will come at m, this particle will come at m when time is capital T by 4. When time is capital T by 4. Okay, again we have done all this based on trigonometry knowledge. I am making it very clear. From here, sine of something is 0. So what is this something? So this something can be 0, as you can see. It can be pi. There are more answers possible, but we are really only interested in these. We don't have to worry about the other ones. So, right? So sine 0 is 0, sine pi is also 0, right? Unit circle, that's your friend, remember. Sine 180 degrees. Well then. So coming to this graph now. So at t by 4, the position becomes 0. Like I said, it takes t by 4 to go from E to M. Then it will take t by 4 more to go from M to E dash. So one more t by 4, it would come to E dash. E dash would mean minus a. Is that clear? When it comes here, x is equal to minus a. Then in one more t by 4, I repeat what I am saying. E to M takes t by 4. M to E dash takes t by 4 again. Then one more t by 4. It will go from E dash to M. So here at 3t by 4, it will go back to M. M, that is 0. And then finally, in one more t by 4, it will complete the whole oscillation and go back to E, that is at plus a. So this is what we have. Now we have to join these points, again not by a line, because the graph of sine cannot be a straight line. Okay, so you have to draw that curve like wave. Did you understand the graph? Okay, so some of you are still saying that the video is blurred or couldn't hear the voice properly. Can you please clarify which point you don't understand? Then it would be easy for me to go through it. Fourth point, what does that mean, Raj? The last point you mean to say. How we got to E, is that what you're saying? Fairly simple, everybody. Going from E to M. Going from E to M takes t by 4 time. Okay, because that is 1/4 of the oscillation. Look at, I want all of you to look at the graph for phi 0 equal to 0 for once. Have a look at that. Come on, people, look at this graph. Look at the graph for this case. That graph is starting at 0, isn't it? And then it follows this pattern. Yes or no? Okay? Just like that, this graph is starting at x equal to plus a and follows the same kind of pattern. Even further, it will continue like this. So, here this time is going to be 5t by 4, and then it's going to be like this. Okay? So it will continue to make this shape. Okay, the wave-like shape. Okay, hopefully Raj, now you have understood that every time you go between mean position and extreme position, it takes t by 4 times. So here t by 4, over here t by 4, over here t by 4, and over here also it is t by 4. Right? I hope now it's completely clear. Okay? So what's the difference between this graph and this graph? Nothing, isn't it? Except the starting point. Do you agree? Except the starting point. You understand what I'm saying? The pattern is same. I'm sure math students will realize that one is like graph of sine, the other is like graph of cos. There is not a big deal of difference between them. Only this pi by 2. Okay? Now, okay, let's do one thing. Suppose instead of this, we would draw the graph for the other case, where instead of starting at positive extreme point, positive endpoint, suppose instead of starting at the positive endpoint, let's say this would start at x equal to minus a. That is the case when phi equal to minus pi by 2 or minus 90 degree, or you could also say it as 3 pi by 2, right? You can also call it 3 pi by 2. I know this and this are not same in maths, but in physics here it doesn't make difference. Okay, but generally yes, people prefer this. So think about those two only, right? This is just 3 pi by 2 optional. You could have it, but there is no need to write it. Well, so at t equal to 0, where is the particle? It's going to be at x equal to minus a. Is that clear? At t equal to 0, the particle will be at x equal to minus a. Reason over here. Understood? Reason also clear? Well then, right? We have discussed this earlier. Let me tell you that. Okay, we have discussed this earlier as well. Okay? Well, now, so if we start drawing it, again it's same pattern, just starts at a different point. That's all. Okay, so where should it start? At x equal to minus a, here. Alright. Then in t by 4 time it will go from e to a. Is that clear? Okay? In t by 4 time it will go from e to a. Then in t by 4 time it will go from m to e. Okay. Understood or not clear so far? Right? Two parts of the graph clear? Okay, then in t by 4 more time it will go from E back to M. Like this. Okay. And then finally in t by 4 more time it will go from M to E dash. So it's back where it started from. So this is what we have. Okay, again this is the same graph. Okay, I've drawn it very poorly in my opinion, but if you realize, if you look at it carefully, this is still the same graph going like this. Okay, so this is one oscillation, right, in a time period t from 0 to t. Okay, hopefully now you will be able to draw the graphs. Now is video okay? Is video normal? Well, right. So these are some of the easy cases of the graph, right? I'd still say, because we have been taking 0 and 90 and all that. Okay. What if you would take, let's say, 45 degree as initial phase? Suppose you take phi 0 as pi by 4, right? So again, let me remind you, phi 0 only changes where it starts from, where the particle starts its SHM from. Okay? So if we draw it or if we indicate it in this picture, Here is M, here is E, here is E dash. This is at x equal to plus A, this is at x equal to minus A, and this is at x equal to 0, mean position. So if I were to do a bit of maths here, just to strengthen your concepts, x is equal to A sine omega t plus pi by 4. That's the equation. We have put phi 0 as pi by 4. If I would put t equal to 0, right, that is at start, we will have x equal to A sine pi by 4, that is 45 degrees. So A by root 2. Did you understand so far? Say yes or no. Then we will draw the graph. Yes, Gracie, that's correct. What you said is right. That's why it is called periodic time or time period. Right? After that much time, everything will be repeated. So x equal to A by root 2. That would be somewhere over here. Right? Okay, not exactly in the middle, but somewhere between 0 and A, because 1 upon root 2 means about 0.7. Okay, close to 0.7. Right? So now if I draw it in the graph, right? If I draw it in the graph, see what will happen. Listen to this carefully. What will happen is that this is plus A amplitude, this is 0. The graph will start from somewhere between these two. Okay, so somewhere here. Right? It will start from here where about it's approximately 0.7. Clear or not clear? Okay. Now, what next? Listen to this very carefully, everybody. Listen to this very carefully. Okay, here. Look at this equation. If we will start increasing time, let's say t equal to 0, from that t equal to 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, like that. So this angle will increase. Do you agree? This angle will increase as t increases, yes or no, or as time passes. Did you understand what I have written over there? This angle will increase as time will increase, right? Okay. So what will happen is that right now, initially this is pi by 4 because t is 0, but very soon it will become 90 degrees. This is 45 degrees. Very soon this angle will increase and it will become 90 degrees. Yeah, I am having all the good luck. Okay, can you see the video now? Well, okay. So I was telling you that as time will pass, this t will increase. So if t will increase, this angle will increase. So from 45 degree, pi by 4, 45 degree. From that, this angle will increase and it will become 90 degree first of all. So if you will draw the graph here, first of all, from 45 degree it will go to 90 degree. When it becomes 90 degree, the value of sine becomes 1. I hope you realize what I am saying. Sine 90 degree will become 1 and then x will become a at that time. You understand this or not? Yes or no? If this angle completely is 90 degree, then x will become a. Yes or no? So, you know what that means is that this particle will start from here and then it will start moving toward right side. So, very soon it will come to end point. Did you understand? This particle will start moving right side from here and very soon it will reach the end point. Clear? At the end point, it will turn back. At the end point, this will turn back and start moving towards left side. So now things will be just like they have been earlier. But key thing to understand is that this time will not be t by 4. Let me tell you that. This time will not be t by 4. In fact, this time will be t by 8. Reason this graph is not the same as what we have drawn earlier. Earlier this was starting at 0. I hope you realize what I am saying. Okay, it's like this graph has been pulled left side. Okay? How do I know it is t by 8 only? Well, we can answer that by doing again a bit of maths. Let's see. So I want to find at what time x becomes 8. So let's solve this. X equal to a sine omega t plus pi by 4. X equal to a, let's put it here, so a will get cancelled. Okay, so now sine omega t plus pi by 4 is 1. Think which angle the sine gives you 1, then obvious answer is 90 degree or pi by 2. Is that okay so far? Grace, that's what I am repeating. Okay, to understand anything, we need to go through the maths. Is this clear or not clear? Okay, let's solve this. Put pi by 4 on that side. Omega t equal to pi by 2 minus pi by 4. So, if you take LCM, this is 2 pi minus pi by 4. That is equal to pi by 4. So, now we have omega t is pi by 4. Omega t is pi by 4. Therefore, omega is 2 pi by t. We can use that here and then we can simplify this. Pi by cancelled and t is equal to capital T divided by 8. Is that understood? Okay, so like I was telling you earlier, this chapter is heavily dependent on trigonometry, right? That's why to get any kind of values, we need to use some trigonometric equations. Okay, we have to solve them and then we get some answers. Well, so what I said is that from here to here, it's going to reach in time 0 to t by 8. Okay, then it will continue like this. You can solve more equations and you can find out when will it reach here, when will it reach here, when will it reach here. Okay, frankly speaking, I would have done this many times, so I can still do it fairly easily. It's just simple. From extreme position to mean position, it always takes time t by 4. So from here, if I add time t by 4, if I add a time capital T by 4, so t by 8 plus t by 4. So this LCM is going to be 3t by 8. Clear? So this time will be 3t by 8. Like that we can continue. You understand what I am saying? Okay? But remember, the main thing is the pattern of the graph is same wherever it starts from. Whether phi 0 is pi by 4, minus pi by 4, pi by 6, pi by 2, minus 90, whatever you write. The graph makes the same pattern in simple harmonic motion. Is it clear? Because what's the reason it makes this pattern? This equation. The equation is always of the form x equal to a sine omega t plus phi 0. Understood? Okay. Now let's solve a couple of questions. Okay, we have had good enough theory, right? Okay, related to graphs and everything. We have a few more things about graphs also, but that we'll talk about later when we discuss speed and acceleration as well. Okay, now let's solve the example 14.3. Example 14.3. I'm erasing everything on the board. Okay, so here we have the question. Which of the following functions of time represent A. simple harmonic motion and B. periodic but not simple harmonic motion, and give period for each case? Okay, so let's solve A first of all. Okay, so we are given that which of the following functions represent simple harmonic motion, SH. So we are given that x equal to sine omega t minus cos omega t, right? So that's what we have to consider. Okay, now do you all remember how do we check for SHM? What do we ask for if we want to know if it's SHM or not SHM? How do we check? The I card. What's the I card? How do you check for simple harmonic motion? Yes, very good, right? A proportional. A is proportional to minus delta x. But if you take origin itself as mean position, then you can also do it like this. That is A proportional to minus x. Right? This is what we want. Okay, this is the I card. Okay, so all we have to do is ask this guy. Identical. That's it. Right? So from x, how can I find acceleration? From position. How can I find acceleration? Come on people, think about it. From position, how can we find acceleration? From position, how can we find acceleration? By differentiation. Very good. How many times? How many times? 2 times. Very good. Okay, so first time, v equal to, that is velocity, dx by dt is equal to differentiation of sine omega t is omega cos omega t. Clear or not clear so far? First term clear? Earlier I did mention that if you have some variable t and here omega is multiplied with that, then when you do differentiation, sine differentiation is cos, no big deal. But then because omega is multiplied with t, you have to multiply omega outside. Hopefully you remember that. Okay. Now similarly, second term will be differentiation of cos is minus sign. So minus minus plus sine omega t, and omega is multiplied with it. Okay, first step clear, everyone? Yes or no? First step clear? Okay, and for second step, acceleration. A is equal to dv by dt, that is, I will take this as v. This is all v. I am going to do its differentiation. Okay, so first of all, over here, you see omega in this term, this omega is a constant, it's outside. You don't have to worry about that. Okay, then differentiation of cos omega t is once again minus sine omega t, but then you should multiply one more omega outside. Do you realize why we are multiplying one more omega? This omega is here. Do you realize why we are multiplying one more omega? Okay, very good. We are following that same rule that we used here. Okay, then what about the second one? Similarly, come on. This omega as it is over here because it's a constant. It doesn't play part in differentiation. Then here sine differentiation is cos omega t, but then once again t is multiplied with omega, so we get one more omega. Okay, so let's take things common. What's common? Omega square is common, isn't it? Okay, omega square is common. And let me change the sign by taking minus also outside. Okay, so what do we get? If I change the sign by taking minus outside, so I get sine omega t. And here, if it's plus and I change the sign, I'll get minus cos omega t. You see why I did this is so that we can match it with x. So, this is equal to minus omega square x. A is equal to minus omega square x, and A is omega is constant. Minus sign, minus 1 also constant. So A proportional to, if I remove constants, I can write the proportionality. So A proportional to minus x. Okay, understood so far? A proportional to minus x, yes or no? Yes or no? So SHM or not SHM? Is this correct ID? Is this SHM or not SHM? Yes. Okay, not a fake ID, real ID. So this is A proportional to minus x, that means this is simple harmonic motion. Now what about time period? Okay, if you remember earlier we have solved a couple of questions like this about time period. So let's go to that part once again. Focus here. So if you look at this one, look at first term. Time period of this first term will be given by omega t equal to 2 pi, so t equal to 2 pi by omega. Same logic as we have used earlier, that whenever we see sine and omega t, then it will repeat itself when the angle changes by 2 pi. Is that clear? Now second term, its time period, same kind of pattern, right? Instead of sine it's cos, but the angle is still the same. So here also the time period will be 2 pi by omega, right? So both have same time period, that means the whole thing has how much time period? 2 pi by omega. Clear? Okay. Right? So let's go to the second one now. Right? Okay, second one. Now this is a little bit different, right? Now as with different questions that we have, this one can be solved in more than one way. Okay, this can be solved in more than one way. Okay, I will try to explain by both methods, whichever you like. Okay, so first of all, in the first method, we are going to use a trigonometry formula that obviously math students would know. and perhaps a few biology students also would be remembering. Okay, that I'm not so sure about. The formula is that sine squared theta is equal to 1 minus cos 2 theta divided by 2. Okay, sine squared theta is 1 minus cos 2 theta divided by 2. Why are we doing this? Okay, what's the need to use this one? Or how does this formula help? Well, you see, it helps by taking away the square. What I mean to say is, we have seen so far that if it's supposed to be anything like SHM, then the equation should be of something of this type, right? It shouldn't have a square directly, right? Because if it's a square, we can't really predict whether it's SHM. When the equation becomes like this, it's definitely SHM. If it's not like that, it's not SHM. So here we are getting sine square theta is 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2. If I use that here, compare what is at theta's place, omega t. So I can write x equal to 1 minus cos 2 omega t upon 2. Is this step clear to you? Because theta is omega t. Because theta is omega t. Clear or not clear? મેથ્સ વાળા તો બધાને આવડવું જોઈએ હા. Okay. So if we write it like this, then what we can see is at this point it doesn't look like that kind of equation a sin omega t plus phi 0. But if we will split this, if we will split this numerator, so we can write 1 by 2 and minus 1 by 2 cos 2 omega t. So this will become x minus 1 by 2 equal to minus 1 by 2 cos 2 omega t. Right? So this equation now is, if you will compare this with delta x, writing this as, so this is your mean position, right? This is delta x. So now delta x, or the displacement, is of this form. Okay, it is of this form. So now we have got sine and cos. Yes, correct. Okay, right? So this pattern would indicate that this is SHM, because hopefully you remember that we can have delta x when we are not when we don't have mean position 0, right? Okay, if we don't have mean position 0, we write delta x. So same thing here, this is delta x, so mean position is 1 by 2. Mean position is 1 by 2, and this is cos. Just like that sine, we can have cos. So this is simple harmonic motion. This is simple harmonic motion. Is this clear? Okay, because the equation matches. Why is it simple harmonic motion? Because the equation matches. Right? We don't need to go any further. Right? There is no need to do differentiation and get a proportional to minus x. There is no need, because the equation matches. Okay? Right? So this is one thing. What about time period? Have a look. A standard equation of simple harmonic motion is like this or this, and then whatever is multiplied with t, that's called angular frequency. Right? We have already talked about that. And then if you want to find time period, you do 2 pi upon angular frequency. Correct? Is this clear to you, everyone? Is this clear to you or not? 2 pi upon angular frequency. Okay. So here, have a look at this equation. If you start comparing with a cos omega t, that kind of thing. Okay. What's multiplied with t here? What's multiplied with t? What is multiplied with t here? 2 is multiplied. Are you sure? 2 omega is multiplied. Very good. 2 omega. So 2 omega is angular frequency. So this time period will have answer 2 pi upon 2 omega. Did you understand this step? Okay, T equal to 2 pi upon 2 omega. Right. Well, so this is one method. I'm going to erase this very quickly and we'll do the other one. Okay. So the other one is writing this as, let's say, z square. Okay, first of all we write this as z square. What is z? Z is sine omega t. Okay, z is sine omega t. Right? Now if I will start from here doing differentiation, so dx by dz. Oh, okay, never mind. Let's do dx by dt. First of all, dx by dt will be equal to d by dt z square. Did you understand this step? dz square by dt. Okay or not okay? Putting x value as z square. Nothing else. Okay. Here we'll have to use chain rule. Right? We will have to use chain rule. So this is now dz square by dz into dz by dt. So dz square by dz is 2z using that powers rule, nx raised to n minus 1. Okay? Into what is dz by dt? Have a look here. This is z. What is dz by dt? Omega cos omega t. Yes or no? Omega cos omega t. Yes or no? Now is the video clear? Okay. So now we can put z value. So this is 2 sine omega t into omega cos omega t. Now trying to recall a relation that we have definitely learned. It is that 2 sine theta cos theta is sine 2 theta. We used it in projectile motions range, if you recall. Okay, so we are seeing that here 2 sine theta cos theta. So if I do that here, we get v. dx by dt means v, isn't it? So v is equal to omega sine 2 omega t. Clear so far? Now differentiating one more time. So a is equal to differentiation of this omega constant, no worries, sin's differentiation cos, but then here t is multiplied by 2 omega, so we have to multiply 2 omega outside. Clear? So this is just 2 omega square cos 2 omega t, right? This is 2 omega square cos 2 omega t, and now I am going to use that same relation so that we can get it in form of x. Which relation? This one. Sine square theta is 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2. Okay, so if I use it in a different form, I get the following steps. Okay, okay or not okay? So you can see what we are getting is, if I take 2 and omega square and 1 minus, okay, and just multiply this inside. So 2 omega square minus 4 sine square omega t. This 4 sine square omega t is x. Okay, sine square omega t is written as x. So you see, now once again, if we subtract something from x, we can write it in this form. Have a look. So 4 omega square common, 1 by 2 minus x. So this is where we are getting a proportional to minus delta x. This is a constant, okay, and this is minus delta x, because if I write it as x minus 1 by 2, if I write it as x minus 1 by 2, I can put it in that form, right? So that's it. Finally we have got a is proportional to minus delta. This is a bit more mathematically involved, especially if you have to do the chain rule, right? But math students will learn chain rule in 12, then you will be able to go from here to here in a single step, right? Okay, so this is the second method, right? So with this we are going to end the class, right? I will send you your homework today, okay? I'll point out a few questions that you have to solve. Okay, goodbye.